Hello Axie Nation, and in particular, hello future scholars. In this video, I am going to give you tips and advice on how to apply for scholarships to give you the best chance to be chosen. I'm Axie Explained. Let's jump right in. So at the time of making this video, we currently have 38 scholars or guild members within the Lunar Knights Guild. Now, to get these 38, we received over 3,000 applications. Mostly because Lunar Knights is just so awesome, but because there's a lot of people applying for scholarships. And as you can see, I could only pick 1% of everyone that applied. This in essence means that when you apply for scholarship, you really have to stand out from the masses. Let me show you how. Let me start with two things you should avoid doing, okay? Number one, do not spam "I am looking for a scholarship" on our Twitter feeds or on social media. When you spam it with multiple messages just after each other, I immediately think to myself, I don't really want this person in my guild. I mean, if you tell me once, "Hi there, I'm X and I'm looking for a scholarship," that's enough just to make me aware of who you are and what you want. But if you post it 6 times in a row, you just end up irritating the person you're applying to a scholarship for. Number 2, and I really do feel bad for saying, but I would recommend not posting, a sad story about your life when you're asking for a scholarship. I know a lot of us have been hit by tough times, especially due to COVID, and we've lost family and friends and we've lost jobs. But to be honest with you, there's a lot of people that tell us that in the scholarship application. And although my heart truly goes out to you, it also kind of feels like a guilt trip when you do say this to us, especially in a public place like a tweet on Twitter. I mean, if we start a DM conversation and you share the details of your life with me, I would really understand and I would see how I could help. But please just don't do it when applying for a scholarship on Twitter, for example. Okay, with that said, let's jump into the things that you should be doing. Number 1. Engage with our social media posts. Trust me, we do notice it when a person likes and shares and retweets and tags on our social media. Even though it's not immediate, after a while we start recognizing a name of someone that does that, which really shows us that you're trying to help us as creators get our content out there. Number 2, when you do engage on a social media post, make sure you do it in a meaningful way. What do I mean by this? Don't just comment, "Oh, that's cool," or "Hi, I'm looking for a scholarship." Look at what we post and try and ask a question to start a conversation, or give your own insight on what we've said or the video we've made. This will make us want to start a conversation with you, which brings us interested into who you are and thus more likely to give you a scholarship. I also personally like cool gifts, but that's just me. And if you think the advice I'm giving you is fluffy, I think about out of my 38 scholars, 5, 6, or 7 of them I literally gave because they were so engaging with me on Twitter, for example. And that got me to a place where I got to know them. So trust me, it works. Try and add value. So think of what skills and abilities you have and how that could help a potential manager that you're applying for. Let me give you an example. 2 of the scholarships I gave were simply to people who actually created something on their own. One of them created a cool looking profile picture for me, the one that I'm using right now. And they did it all by themselves without me asking. But just by the fact that they did it, I thought to myself, wow, that's cool. This is someone who actually really has skills, but also is very cool and did something cool for me. So let me help them out with a scholarship. Another person created thumbnails for my YouTube and said, "Hey, Axie Explained, I think you could do better with your thumbnails, try these." And yet again, I literally gave them a scholarship because of the cool work that they're doing. Now, you don't have to be an artist to be able to do this. There are many other ways that you can add value to that person's life. You could become a moderator for their Discord channel. You could offer some way that you can provide financial analysis on SLP maybe, or even just research. If you think you'll be really good at the game, you can offer to coach other players or help with other administrative tasks. Trust me, by offering services like this, you're really just putting yourself one step ahead of everyone that just tweets out, "I'm looking for a scholarship." And the last one seems quite obvious, but follow the instructions of the manager that you're applying for. So what do I mean? If the manager, for example, says, fill in this Google form for your application, and you just reply, "I'm looking for a scholarship" on that without applying for the form, obviously you won't get far. You'd be amazed at how much I have to tell people this. Just carefully read what they want from you so that you can give them what they need to make a good decision. Finally, just remember to be friendly and kind when interacting online. I personally prefer people who spread joy to others. I hope this guide helps, and good luck with your hunt for a scholarship. Who knows, maybe you'll be joining Lunar Knights someday soon. Axie Explained, out.